Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my City Skylines Let's Play. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end this particular city here because I think, from observation, besides the fact we're now hemorrhaging money because of losses, I've built this city a little bit poorly in the sense of like I keep cramming stuff like extras, like sewage systems and various other things into the city that shouldn't be there after looking at half of my infrastructure. I mean, we're dotted around the map so badly, we just keep shoving these landfills everywhere that are then causing the problems with like sickness and illness. We're backing up with rubbish. All these streets are just so compact and like it's like mini grids just shoved everywhere. There's like power plants in random places, all sorts of stuff. I mean, if we look at our budget tab, even though I have drastically tried my best in the last half hour to actually see if I can bring this total down, no matter what I do. I mean, we're 21,000 is going to healthcare. That's because of all the hospitals we stuck out, which you don't quite need so many hospitals. That's the mistake I made. Garbage is still costing a hell of a lot. I mean, we're only at what? Our budget is right down to the bottom. There's barely anything. That's a brand new service recently, the trolley buses and everything, because we recently put a new DLC on. I finally paid back those loans. This loan is still yet to be paid back, but for a majority part, there are the biggest expenses, hospitals and things. We don't have the greatest of healthcare because, as you can see, there's a lot of skulls everywhere, a lot of garbage backing up. I mean, this city does not function the way it's supposed to. I mean, I've got hundreds of like things just dumping into the river here, and if we look down here, if I add a couple more here, it'll start to leak down here and become into the water here. So this place is going to suffer as well. Even linking these two together to give them an access road and not leave it as a solo from the train like I originally anticipated, because I've turned all the trains and everything off now. Even all the public like park buildings have been turned off briefly. I mean, everything is just suffering. It's not a very well built one. If my review for my first attempt at trying to play City Skylines is, you want to be more mindful about how you build your city. And also don't build a big industry thing like this right next to, even if you do have like commercial here right next to your citizens, you want it back a bit further than that. At least a couple of rows of commercial before you even consider it. See, our industry here got a bit too close, and there's even a bloody um, landfill site right there, and it's causing sickness and everything. So of course, I'm like building more hospitals and everything to try and mitigate that. Because if we look, our health cover, it's over, way over more than we need now. As long as it's in the green somewhere, I'd rather it be more here. See, our cemetery usage is going up a bit more. Everything's just gone up. Our total citizen happiness is dropping because they're ill. Now, if we look at the land value, we're in the blue, so we're not low, but yet we're not high or getting up to the high. This could be higher if it was made properly. But the problem is there's so much pollution and noise and everything. There was like turbines in weird places like this, a cluster here, a cluster over here, here, and here, because it's cheap electricity. If you build the electricity infrastructure properly, you shouldn't have to deal with that. We've got natural resources that we're not accumulating or making anything use of, even though we probably should. We should turn Strawberry Hills into something, because then we might actually get something out of it. Well, our traffic flow isn't bad. It gets pretty bad on this corner here as they're trying to get out of this bit, but other than that, it isn't bad in a lot of places. Crime is pretty low. As you can see, we only have 246 people using the public transport at the minute. We would have had more, but because of shutting them off to save a bit of money, we don't have. Fire coverage, could be better, could be worse. I could have built this city a bit better. I could have stuck to the structure I started with Battery City, which is basically in a grid format. The map we are on at the minute is... does it tell us somewhere what map I'm actually on? No, it doesn't. Oh, I was hoping it would. It keeps telling me to buy another tile for this place. I'm not going to because, well, I can't keep up with the citizens I got. I mean, we got to 42,000 and then it started to decline. We won't ever reach the metropolis at the rate this city's going. There's too much to undo. I'd have to rip a bunch of the city to pieces and everything and start again in order to maybe go back to... We'd have to get right back to the very beginning, right back to Little Hamlet and start again in order to make this actually successful, because I'd have to restructure everything. But yes, my overall review is this is not the best way to lay out a city. The map I'm playing is... Does it tell us if I go onto the load bit? We are on Lake Valley. I don't think I started that very well. But yeah, anyway, this is going to be it for this season. I will be back with another season where I perhaps might play a slightly different map in City Skylines, and I will take what I've learned from this city and actually apply it better. And there is something that someone I've been watching for a while now, who is a actual proper in real life city planner, put what we do in real life to City Skylines, and it is actually a better way of doing it, of how you structure your city and everything. So I will apply some of the things I've learned from watching people like City Planner plays and all that sort of stuff into my next series. But anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble on about how badly I failed this city. I wish I could just drop a meteor on this city, but I don't have natural disasters installed because, well, I just never bought it. So yeah, but let's just pretend I just dropped a nuke on this city. Anyway, I will see you in the next season. Goodbye.